Martin, we've been on the Princess Cruise Line, Regal Princess, for just coming up for 20 days. And we have the dirt to dish on Princess Cruise Lines. But stay with us. We'll get to that in a minute.
Because if you're new to our channel, we are Tina and Norm, and we talk all things retirement, travel, and anything you might want to talk.
Princess Cruise Lines, very popular cruise lines. We've been on the Regal Princess. It's the only Princess cruise ship we've been on. It has 3,500 passengers, so it's a bigger cruise ship than what we would normally go on. We tended to favor Holland America prior to the pandemic with their smaller ships, around 2,100 or less people. So we're going to tell you what we found on this latest cruise. This is the third transatlantic crossing we've done on Princess Regal, or Regal Princess. And boy, do we have some really interesting facts to tell you.
Yes, we do, don't we, Norm?
Oh, there's two classes of passengers, or three classes of passengers on Princess cruise ships. Those without a package, poor people like us.
And those with a package.
And those packages are either $60 a day or $90 a day.
Yeah.
Why are Princess doing this? Our opinion is it's all about the staff gratuities. Holland America are starting to do this as well, and it's a big push to have customers not cut the gratuities, which are now 18% on Princess Cruise Lines.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, that actually mounts up a lot. So you are talking about, depending on which cabin you're in, you are be paying about 18 to 20 US dollars a day per person just for gratuities.
Right. So on a 21-day cruise like we're doing, it does add up.
No kidding.
Then there's the subtle nudge of Princess Cruise Lines to try and push you into a package. So you're watching us on YouTube. Yeah. We're on the internet all day long running this channel, trying to give you great content. We get on this cruise ship and there are no internet packages. They discontinued the internet packages. They include it now in the dressed up package of $60 a day or $90 a day. They took away the internet package on its own, along with other things like the soda package that you could just buy for soft drinks if you didn't want to consume alcohol. We managed to get by with Wi-Fi in the ports that we were stopping at, but with any transatlantic cruise, you have 5 days of sea days, 7 days of sea days. So being cut off from the internet for us is really difficult, because we do like to keep in touch with you, our viewer, and respond to your great comments that we receive. So we've been having to buy, and don't feel sorry for us, we can afford it, internet by the day.
Yes.
Because there's no advantage to buying.
There's no packages, is there?
No.
No. So it's a daily charge.
So how much is that, Jane?
That is the grand total of $29.95 a day. US dollars.
That is a month's supply of Wi-Fi at home.
Oh, couldn't believe it, could we? And we actually had to make the decision we have bought, I think, the internet. I think this is our third day we bought it. We kind of went sort of like a couple of days, bought it, so that we could get the most bang for our buck, because it's a 24-hour thing. But I must admit, it was very difficult to pay the money, but once we'd paid it, we felt so connected to you all, and that was the price we were going to pay, because we really missed you.
But Tina,
What's that, Norm?
the dirty little secret, Last November, one of our viewers recognized
Yes.
us on this cruise ship.
Yeah.
Last November, it was $20 a day for internet.
Yeah.
All these
That's
short months later, here we are just a
20.
year later, and it's now $30 a day.
That's a huge increase. Absolutely huge.
So let's get into these increases.
Yeah.
And this is how the cruise line are pushing you, forcing you into buying a package. And they're saying how great it is because now you'll get things at half price. Well, the half price has been inflated.
To then take off the discount, so you think you're getting a really good deal. And in our case, Norm and I don't really need like these massive desserts that are like this high. You get two of those, you get a couple of
ice cream sundaes and a big, huge piece of cake every day, honestly.
Things like that.
We don't eat that.
No, we don't need that.
And we don't drink 15 drinks a day, alcoholic, or coffee, or, well, we don't drink soda.
No. And of course, the thing, Norm, with the packages, and we must let everybody know this, is that if one of you has it, the other has to have it. So if one drinks and the other doesn't drink, it doesn't matter. You are both buying the package. And in the case, we looked at it and worked out the numbers. With the cost we were paying for this cruise.
And how much is that, Tin?
We were paying $2,100 each.
In a mini suite.
For this beautiful room.
And two TVs.
We're not knocking that.
It's a great deal.
Is gorgeous. We have a sofa, sitting area. But for us to buy the package nearly doubles that amount. In fact, for the Premier, I think it was nearly $1,900 each.
US dollars. The previous price that Tina gave you was Canadian dollars.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
So
Yeah, get a little confused. The money, yes, correct. No, good bit there. That 2,100 was Canadian. So this other one is US dollars, which is even worse.
It's like double. No, it isn't.
But
so yeah, what we're saying is that a lot of people like to cruise. We have some really good friends, and they base their cruises on $100 a day or less if they can get one. That's their bellwether that tells them whether they're getting a deal. Now, they're perfectly happy being in an inside cabin or one just with a porthole. We tend to prefer a balcony because we spend a lot of time there. We like to get away from the crowds on the cruise ship and maybe come back to our cabin, maybe have lunch on the balcony, and certainly avoid getting sick as we see all these people coughing on this current cruise.
There is a lot of ill people on this cruise.
So $90 a day just to get Wi-Fi, staff gratuities, alcohol, and
like bottled water and that
bottled
stuff,
water and upmarket coffee from a cafe.
Yeah. Oh, and I think they get room service too. But actually,
and gelato.
Yeah. But we actually get room service too for breakfast. We can have room service every day, and that is still free if we're not on the package.
But wait, Tin, Norm gets room service all the time for no charge because Tina goes and gets it for me.
So this cruise, we have been alternating a bit. Sometimes we've had the room service delivered here.
For breakfast.
Other times we have done our own room service because this time we got what we call the tea, coffee, kettle setup. And I tell you what, this is one of the biggest pluses.
And that's free.
Princess.
So we can make our own tea and coffee in our stateroom 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
But in the morning when we do that, Norm's busy doing the coffee. And actually, we take it in turns, either I or he.
I was just joking.
We pop up to the buffet.
And the reason why we do that is that we're on the 15th deck, 15th floor of this ship. And we're not directly under the buffet. We're
just a little to the side.
Yeah, just a little away from the noise and hullabaloo. So we only have to go up one set of stairs
And we're
to
right.
get
Yeah.
food.
And it's fantastic. So we whiz up there, get the food and bring it back, and we have our own room service. And that has worked wonderful this trip.
So Tina, we've got to get into some of these costs.
Yeah,
Alcohol.
We do. Yeah.
Oh, my favorite.
And as you know, the two things that are really important to Norm and I are beer and wine. So that's what we're going to talk about quite a bit.
So on the ship,
Yeah.
we have beer selections. So
Yeah.
there's the Heineken, there's Bud Light and American brands, and also Grolsch,
Yeah.
which is another Dutch beer, very similar to Heineken. So they're all the same price.
Yeah.
They're basically, with the 18% gratuity they add to it, they come out at
$9.44.
$9.44 for one bottle,
Yeah.
330 milliliters or 12 ounces of Heineken. The Grolsch is 450 kiloliters or whatever it is.
Yeah.
For the same price.
Yeah.
We did a port stop in St. Thomas, the US Virgin Islands, and we decided, oh, should we smuggle some drink on board? Tina needed a bottle of wine. So we're stood there in the supermarket, Pueblo, just by the dock. Nice supermarket, big selection. And we're looking at the beer because we just wanted to get a beer. It was 32 degrees outside.
Yeah.
We thought, let's buy a beer and just have a drink.
We were just going to drink it walking back to the ship.
ship.
That was the plan.
So this couple that we recognized came up to us and said, or the man said to us, he says, do you know you can take a 6-pack of beer and one bottle of wine back to the ship and they'll let you on with it? Well, that was an epiphany.
Yeah, especially, and I said to him, you mean one bottle of wine each? So I could have Norm's, so I could take 2 bottles of wine and he can take 6 Heineken. And he said, yes. So we were in 7th heaven at this, weren't we?
So let's get into the numbers, Teen.
Yeah.
6 Heineken, including tax, in Pueblo, the supermarket in St. Thomas, US Virgin Islands, cost us
$13.98 US dollars. Wow. For 6.
For 6. The exact same beer, the exact same size, the bottles, the 330 ml. So if we bought the 6 on the ship.
Yeah. It's 944 times 6, which is 50 something.
Yeah.
I'll have to look on the piece of paper. No. 56.54. Whoa.
US dollars. So $13.98 at the supermarket. On the ship, $56.54. Now,
for exactly the same thing.
We appreciate restaurants increase the price of alcohol they serve because they're serving it in a restaurant or a bar.
Yeah.
But $13.98 to $56? Come on, give me a break.
And the other one that was absolutely shocking was they also had a great deal on Barefoot California wine.
Yeah, they had the Sauvignon Blanc, they had all selection.
Chardonnay, they had reds, they had whites, they had everything.
They're on sale.
Yeah,
it's a supermarket,
sale.
Big sale. So
with the discount, it worked out at $8.99 US dollars for a bottle.
So tell us, Tina, on the ship, what would a bottle of California, the cheapest California Chardonnay, cost you?
$56 plus gratuities
of 18%.
We were like, oh my goodness, I'm going to take 2 bottles on. Now, when Norm referred to us smuggling it onto the ship, we actually have it in the bag. It goes through the X-ray machines. Everybody can see it. We're not really pirates, are we, Norm?
Not yet.
No, we put it in the bag.
Yes, we put it in the Pueblo. They gave us plastic bags, guess they shouldn't do that, but goes through the X-ray machine. They take a look at it. You walk off with it. They don't bother.
Fantastic.
So you can bring 6 beers, a bottle of wine each, and you'll get it on board at every port. But we're just saying, come on, Princess. And they are part of Carnival Corporation, Cruise Lines, one of their brands, that this is extortionate pricing. So we have internet at $30 a day. We have beer at, what, 4 times the cost?
Of it. And by the way, that when Norm was talking about the price of the bottle of wine on the ship, if you didn't buy it by the bottle, you are actually paying the very lowest you can get is $11 and $12 a glass. A lot of them are 18 to 20 odd.
And please
US.
keep adding 18% to what we're saying. So $11 to $12 a glass plus 18% gratuity. So not only are the staff getting a gratuity on all the alcohol sales, but they're also getting the daily gratuity of $18 US per day per person.
Wow. It's quite amazing, isn't it?
And we do not intend buying these packages because, to be honest with you, we're just not going to be pushed by cruise lines into forcing us to pay the gratuities, because we've had some poor service on this ship. We've had an incident in the restaurant within the first couple of days of being on here, of a rude server. It was just terrible. We've also had other things happen to us. So get this. On this cruise, we were Ruby, and by the end of the cruise, we are going to be Platinum, which is a second to the highest tier. We were on this ship in April of this very year, and we were invited to a welcome back party where they serve cocktails and appetizers. Then we were invited to a captain's circle, as they call their loyalty program, to a gold party. Once again, same thing, mixed drinks, beer, appetizers, entertainment. This ship is 0. Same ship as April, the Regal Princess, but no party for the first timers, the gold or ruby. And the excuse was, when we asked, well, we have too many of the elite on this ship, 2,500. So we've given them all the money for parties. Tough luck for you. We have never been on any cruise ship, and we've been on about 15 now, where we have never not gone to a party for the loyalty program.
We did find that extremely disappointing, didn't we?
Very.
And we're not the only one, because one of the things that I often go to is afternoon tea, and a lot of people were all discussing, like, when is the return parties, because a lot of people are gold and ruby, and everybody was saying, and a lot of people were actually on the same cruise as us in April, so they know what to expect. We all knew that this is what they did, but
now we do like to go
time,
to those parties, not for the free alcohol, but to interact with the other passengers. It gives you
it's a good way to meet.
A way of meeting. You're both at the loyalty level. It gives you something to talk about comparing cruises. And in the previous party, we met somebody, and then we ended up having dinner with them on several occasions during the cruise.
Wasn't it?
Just didn't happen on this occasion. I'll preface it by saying we know, Tina and I are very fortunate, very lucky to be on this cruise. In many ways, we make our own luck, but we've saved our money, and we are grateful in life to be having this opportunity of travel. But equally so, we are value shoppers, and we do feel that these prices are getting out of control for cruise ships. So that might be our Waterloo. It might be that we're done for cruise ships. We do enjoy spending our time in Portugal,
Yeah.
and looking at Airbnbs.
Yes, we do, don't we? And as you know, we do have another cruise booked, and we will go and enjoy that. But I think we are reassessing things, aren't we?
We are indeed.
Yeah.
So I hope everybody's keeping well.
And staying safe.
And until the next time,
Bye bye.
bye bye.